Sir, thank you so much for joining Mojo for Industry and huge congratulations for being elevated as the president of IEEMA. That's the prestigious institutions we know. So as IEEMA president, what will be your top priorities for the year to come?
Thank you, and it's a privilege to take on this role and responsibility of the IEMA president. I think for us there are four priorities. The most important one for us is the industry and the world is going through a big change. We believe that there is a big opportunity for our industry to really catapult itself globally in its scale and relevance. And hence, I think for us this year, one of the big focus areas for us will be to show to our members the opportunities that are there and help them try and get onto the path of high growth in some of the new sectors, the EV space, the e-mobility space, the green hydrogen, new energies that are coming in, and really recatalyze their growth, which has been lacking in the industry for a few years because of various things. So I think that is the biggest priority for us. The second one is to work a lot more closely with the government as it shapes some of these new policies for the new sectors, where we will be ahead in the game compared to rest of the world, and we will work very closely with the government and our members to create these opportunities, targeted PLI schemes, FTAs focused on export potential for us, as well as funding or some kind of support for getting a head start in areas like green hydrogen, which could be big for us. The third area is just the membership connect. I think for us the engagement of the members is something which has been a priority for the last few years, and we want to continue to make that process more and more larger and active. So we will push on the membership engagement across the regions, across divisions, getting in new members who will play in some of the new areas that are emerging. That will remain a priority. And I think to me personally, fourth will be how I and the team can work with the IEMA operations team to build capability, to excite and energize them, to support the industry going forward in the new areas that we will drive.
Very rightly said, sir. So you are coming into the helm when actually industry is going through a kind of transformation, whether it's a kind of energy mix, whether it's reducing the content which are being imported. So how challenging these areas are going to be, and what sort of opportunities you see in the new energy mix like hydrogen?
Right? We already become the fifth largest economy. By the end of this decade, we will be the third largest. In the next 20 years, we will give it a good fight for the top position. And energy and energy security will play a big role in that context. And that is where we see IEMA and our members play a very active role. We did a visioning exercise with the government as we are thinking of the Amrit Kal and India 2047. And we believe electricity will be the key form of energy across applications. Green hydrogen will play a very important role. And our members hence have a opportunity to play and completely transform their businesses in the coming years. Two big shifts for us as industry to make will be one on how do we stay at the forefront of technology and move away from trying to copy fast to trying to create new. And the second one is going to be on quality. Our procurement systems in the country have focused on L1 for a long time, a lot of deep mindsets of trying to cut costs, but here we need to get to quality at competitive cost and scale. So I think that is the two big shifts that we will try and drive and help our members grow in that space.
So earlier IEMA committed to reduce import dependence from the countries like China. What is the condition now? What sort of import still we're doing?
With the push from the government and on Atmanirbhar Bharat, in a lot of areas we have become self-reliant. I think if you look at the two big areas which as in an industry we had been talking to the government for a long time on semiconductor and CRGO. I think we have in the last year big progress made by the government and progressive steps on this, and the industry coming forward to take on the initiatives the government has given. The mindset we need to have, even as we push on import reduction in imports, is how will we grow exports, and I think that is the switch we are making. This is not just a import substitution game, but this is actually a global game which we have to get into, where India is the best position in the next 10 years to take a leap from.
So, what is the market size for electrical equipment industry now, and what is your vision? What sort of target you set for 1 year?
No, like I said, at industry you can't set a target for 1 year. A lot of things play, but like I said, for 2030 we are saying we will get to 75 billion. We will have an export of 25-30 billion out of that, which will be 3x from where we are today.
One last question, sir. You played a very pivotal role in creating the 2047 vision document. So, could you tell us more about that, and what's your vision personally?
Yeah, this is an exciting time for India. For over 2 millennia, we were 25 to 30% of the world GDP. It's only in the last 200 years that we fell from that to 2% or 3% of the world GDP. But now we are seeing a change back where we can get back to maybe not 25-30, but we can get back to 15% of the world GDP in the coming years. We have an opportunity to get back to 10-15% of the world GDP in the coming decades. So I think as we looked at the IEEMA vision, there were two core elements of the vision that we thought about. One is per capita electricity consumption will grow 8x, just given how the world is evolving, the digitization that is happening, the electrification that is happening, and the lifestyles people will be leading. We see a 8x growth in our per capita consumption from just about little more than 1,000 units per person to getting close to 10,000 units a person. Second, I think we do believe that in new technologies that are emerging, whether it's solar, whether it is the broader renewables and hybrid space, and green hydrogen, where India can actually be the leader and not the follower globally. And hence, a core tenet of our strategy is, can we be energy surplus versus energy deficient? We have been energy deficient for the last, I think, century. And this is an opportunity with some of these new technologies for us to become a net energy exporter and not an importer. And I think that will be a big shift in how the world views us and how we play in the world landscape.
For more updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.